So very quickly here, because my bell's about to ring, I am trying to give you guys a demonstration on things that you can do using the Blob Brush and the Paintbrush tool, right? So when we come into Illustrator, and if you don't have, you should have these icons here. If you don't have the full set here, you go up to Window, Toolbar, and you can choose Advanced, okay? So what we're talking about here is the Paintbrush tool and the Blob Brush tool. Now the difference between these two, Paintbrush tool, when you paint, it creates, and let me get back to my basic style here. All right, when I paint, it just draws just like that, no problem. I can do the bracket to make my size bigger, all right, and draw same thing. All right, now, but when we go and click on it, you will see that this is actually a single line. If I go into outline mode, which is Control Y, or if you go to View, Outline. If you go into outline mode, you will see that these are all the same size. This one that I did here was the same size as that one. That's because the paintbrush tool, all it does is paint a line that you can use and then go back and manipulate. So if I go back with my direct select tool, I can mess with the individual anchor points and the handles, and I can manipulate what that line looks like. I can add anchor points to it. If I go to my add anchor point tool, then I can add anchor points to this line and say I would like to manipulate that right there, okay? And so you can also do what I had up here was the changing the path or the what's it called? The brush definition, all right? So the outline here can be different. I can increase the strokes. You can see that a little bit better, and you can get that type of effects. There's different things that you can do here that you can do. All of those things using the paintbrush tool, all right? Now, and we can go back and change the color of these things. You know, over here I can change, or up here at the top, we can change the outside color, and we get that result. Now, the other one that we have here is the Blob Brush. Now, the difference on the Blob Brush is when I paint with the Blob Brush actually does, if we go back with my white arrow, the Blob Brush draws an outline on both sides here. So if I go into the outline mode like before, let me zoom out and show you the difference. The outline mode like before, that actually has a line on the outside all the way around, as opposed to just a line in the middle, and then there's an effect that shows the stroke or whatever. So if I was going to go and change I've got my selection tool, just select that, and change this to have that kind of effect, and I hid my inside color to be none, now you see that effect that we were working with earlier actually goes all the way around. All right, so this is a great way that you can do. Just keep in mind when you're doing this, it's not like what we're working with in Photopea right now. When you do things in this, you can edit it. It is all vector based. So it's not like in Photopea or Photoshop when you paint and it's pixels, right? So I can draw something and then come back and make all those manipulations, either using the add anchor point, delete anchor point, or using the black arrow to select things, the white arrow to do the direct selection. But that's where you would use either the paintbrush tool or the blob brush tool, and why those two things are different. Thanks, guys.